Yes people, what is happening? I am BA, back once again with another reaction to The Last of Us. This is episode 5 of season 1 and it is called Endure and Survive. Last episode, we saw Joel and Ellie with their new truck and supplies reach this part of our underpass which was sealed off by an 18-wheeler. They took a different route to get round and got into a city where they were then attacked by a gang right outside of the quarantine zone. They managed to get the better of them in the fight. Joel shot a few, then his gun jammed, a guy started strangling him, causing Ellie to use the gun she had stashed, and once she told him it wasn't her first time shooting someone, he gave her the gun back afterwards and let her keep it. A wise choice. It's good to have two members in a team rather than just one and some luggage. And we also met this new militant group who were looking for a guy called Henry. We saw them interrogating a guy trying to get the information as to his whereabouts. Then later they found a place where Henry and his son had clearly been sleeping. And then at the end of the episode, Joel and Ellie were sleeping for the night and had put glass on the ground and all sorts of little booby traps to stop intruders. But it was all in vain because they were still woken up in the middle of the night with two people holding pistols to their heads. And that's where we kind of left that episode, but I've got a feeling the two people holding guns at them were Henry and his son. So hopefully this episode starts with them defusing that situation and getting a little team going maybe. No idea. But regardless, I'm really looking forward to this week's episode, so let's get into it. This is episode 5, season 1, The Last of Us, Endure and Survive. Let's check it out and see what it's saying to it. I shit on CGI a lot, yeah, but this opening sequence looks like complete CGI to me, and I've got to say, just thinking about the fact that some dude sat with a blank computer screen and then drew this shit and then animated this shit, it's still completely impressive in its own right. I've got nothing against the actual skill of CGI or animation. My beef is with integrating it into live action movies when there was probably a better or cleverer way to do it with practical effects. Always nice to see a rebel uprising taking place. There's that name Fedra again. That must be the remnants of the government we saw in episode 1, controlling the quarantine zones and shit. If it's a different faction than that, I am officially confused. I know we got the Fireflies who are the rebels. What we saw just there looked more like a civilian rebellion. And then there's Fedra. But if Fedra are different from the people controlling the quarantine zones, Jesus Christ, Last of Us. This is like Game of Thrones all over again. Can you at least give yourselves different shields and sigils so you're easier to identify? That is such a good skill to have, and something which was actually covered recently on this channel with the movie A Quiet Place, which had a deaf girl in it, so her whole family knew how to sign, and it was something that was very useful for them because they were fighting a monster which was orientated by sound only. So that gave them an upper hand, and again, in a post-apocalyptic scenario where talking could get you spotted or heard by an enemy gang or one of these zombies, it is such a useful skill to have. It makes sense that Henry and Sam are survivors.
Watching us hang so that you could get medicine.
Santa's on a downer today.
No one here has to die. Yeah, we could put you on trial. You're all guilty, so that's how that'll go.
I'm not sure what to make of this woman's character. I mean, I think we saw her true colours when she just marched back into this interrogation place last time and shot that doctor in the face who was friends with her and everything.
Kill them.
I fucking knew it. This woman is an absolute bitch.
Well, he was a lot more discreet than you fucking idiots. Where are they?
Yeah, she's just a bit too ruthless for my liking. I don't think I like this woman. I understand times are tough, but to just slaughter a group of people because they're not giving you the correct information is absolutely horrific.
I swear, I've told you everything I know.
Of course you have. You're a rat.
Well, you know what, as much as I dislike her, I really like her for that, just calling him out on his treachery.
We already got a perimeter around the city, we can wait him out.
Add to that the fact I'll put him on the naughty list and this guy doesn't have a chance. Ho, ho, ho.
We are not really putting them on trial. When you're done, burn the bodies. It's faster.
Nah, this woman is a piece of work. I tell you what I'm curious about this episode. They set up the fact there was that room with like a rubbled ground and like some big thing underneath the rubble lifting it up and down. And then they never revisited it. That room has got to come into play at some point during the next few episodes. It was definitely foreshadowing because they didn't resolve that room. They just closed it and were like, you know, let's leave that shit alone.
Patient.
And this clearly is Henry and Sam. This must be a little bit of backstory we're getting, because we didn't jump right into them still holding Joel and Ellie at gunpoint. This must be the hideout that was found last episode, maybe by the militia? Either that or they've just decided to not resolve the fact they had Joel and Ellie at gunpoint and moved on.
20 cans and 6 pounds of jerky for the 3 of us. If we stick to the minimum, I think we can make it 11 days.
It's cool this guy's helping them. At least someone is helping this guy, because it seems like the rest of the entire population of remaining living human beings wants this guy's fucking head on a stick. And this woman is so ruthless. She won't just kill him, she'll kill him and his son. I would like to say that's the sort of thing I used to draw, but if I attempted to draw now, that's how it would look. I used to love art when I was a kid, but I just never progressed over years. I was always shit. Consistently shit. At least they've got something to do while they hide out. This was the place that they discovered last episode, so we were getting a little bit of flashbackery there. It's a strong use of orange for the sky there. Shit, if I was hungry and having to hide out in a place like that, I'd probably pry open the window a little bit and see if I couldn't hunt like a pigeon or something, do you know what I mean? Fuck knows, you would eventually have to move, of course. And that's the stuff they're showing you. Like, if they can't leave that room, forget the fucking 1 can. Where's the water at? And think about the 10 days worth of human shit stored in a bucket in a corner somewhere that these guys are having to deal with. It's not all silent pep talks and painting Superman in that attic, let me tell you. Okay, to be fair, it seems like there's been a fairly reasonable amount of painting Superman. I do appreciate this though, because these guys just sort of sprung on us quite jarringly at the end of the last episode. Of course, they were foreshadowed throughout the last episode by several characters mentioning them and knowing that they were a sought-after pair. But we didn't know anything about them really. They just popped up with guns on Joel and Ellie like boom, here we are, character introduction, and then the episode ended. Now we at least see that these guys are clearly nice people, going through a tough time, they're being hunted down, they're doing what they need to do to survive. Now I get the full, complete story as to who these guys are, just with a little bit of screen time given to their backstory. Oh nice, he's getting the mask. That's cool though. It must be hard to keep spirits up in a situation like this. Henry's doing a decent job of it. You always play video games, and you run into these really eccentric gangs, but then you forget, it's literally the end of the world. Like, why not put on some fucking war paint and wear a tire as shoulder armour? You would be doing mad eccentric shit. You ain't got normal societal standards to adhere to anymore. Do whatever the fuck you want. This is cool, we're getting that same gun battle from a different perspective. This also explains how Henry discovered Joel and Ellie. I'm assuming he watched them from this point up until when they went to sleep. This show does such a good job of creating tension. And it works even better they've introduced these gangs, because now it's like, is there going to be zombies in this episode? Is there going to be an M16 pointed at someone's face? You never can tell. They'll all get you.
Joel.
Yeah, looking at how easily they're navigating that glass was a shitty booby trap.
We didn't hurt you, so you don't hurt us. Right?
That's right.
It's a weird fucking tone, man.
I was just about to say that, to be fair. It sounded very threatening. You know how people are like, this is why commas and shit are important. This is why tone is very important.
Can I sit up?
Yeah. Slow.
I just hope they talk to one another. As soon as they understand one another's intentions, I feel like they're going to be cool.
My name's Henry. My brother Sam.
Ah, it's his brother. I thought it was his son. Okay. Good to see them eating food. They must have really needed that.
I'm Joel. Look, you ate. We didn't kill each
Pedro Pascal is playing the begrudged participant role so good just now.
No, Fedra.
No, that's 10 days ago, no.
You always heard Casey and Fedra was...
Monsters, savages.
Ah, so Fedra have moved out of this place. Well, that explains why there was gangs operating right by the quarantine zone.
I'm a collaborator.
I don't work with rats.
Yeah, you fucking do.
He's like a Fedra informant. Wow. Not sure if I like the Henry character now.
Never killed anyone. And pointing an unloaded gun at you is the closest I've ever come to being violent.
The old unloaded gun in the face trick. When it works, it's great. When it doesn't work, you're fucking dead.
Haven't heard that in a long time.
Thinking about it actually, to have two kids in a similar age range just be able to have a laugh and be kids is probably so rare in this scenario. It'd just be so cool to see them actually sitting there and enjoying their time. 90% of their life is just survival and fear and caution.
Kansas City has a subway?
No, but they do have maintenance tunnels.
This reminds me of Fallout so much, especially Fallout 3, having to navigate underneath the destroyed suburban terrain by going into old maintenance tunnels and subway tunnels and shit. 100% there is an encounter with fungal zombies when they go through these tunnels. It's just how it has to go.
There's infected, just not on the surface. Fedra drove them underground 15 years ago and never let them come back up.
Oh shit, so that's what that rupture in the concrete is. No way, so they're about to like pour out from underground like a fucking volcanic eruption. This is gonna cause an end to this city. And also makes the tunnels sound like the most perilous fucking idea I've ever heard in my life.
Those blind ones that sees like a bat?
Wait, you ran into a clicker?
2 of them.
And you're still alive?
Were clickers the ones that had the proper spore heads? We couldn't even see their eyes anymore. I just thought they were like a more mutated version of the same thing. I didn't realise it was actually a different class of a zombie.
They're going to help us escape.
That's all Superman needed to hear. Now watch him draw a bolt.
You ready?
Get your gun out.
There is no way they don't encounter zombies down here.
See? It's empty. The plan is good.
He's gonna be eating those words in about 10 minutes time tops. I have never been more certain of a guaranteed zombie than this fucking tunnel. Or even worse, a janitor. Was this maybe like a little daycare centre for children of the soldiers or something? Or like a quarantine room for children? Maybe the soldiers were just big fans of art in amongst their human slaughtering. Oh shit, it's like an actual underground school. That's cool. Little football goals on the wall and everything. Do you think this was resistance?
What happened to them?
Maybe they didn't follow the rules and they all got infected.
It's like history on top of history. We've got the history of the world before this, the history of the day this happened, and then history of things like this which popped up after it happened but have since went to ruin themselves. Gives it like a sense of real depth to the lore of the show. These guys are having a great day so far. Comic books, having a laugh.
Endure and survive.
They better not kill off Sam at any point. This is a great little friendship.
Yes! Come on! Yeah! Come on, what's the back?
Seriously, this is actually a little jackpot when you think of the lack of actual enjoyable activities in a post-apocalypse. To find a place with magazines and a football goals, a chalkboard to draw. This would just be like a little safe haven if you were a creative or activity-driven person. And you like activities outside of, you know, fighting for food and water and avoiding zombie death.
I wasn't, exactly telling you the truth before. About me not killing someone.
That's quite interesting because usually when people lie about that, they lie about having had killed someone to appear more dangerous, not the opposite, to appear more innocent. And he's already a Fedra rat. I'm watching you, Henry. I want to like you because you seem like a good big brother, but don't be doing no rat shit.
Leukemia. There was one drug that worked. and it belonged to Fedra.
Don't try and make me feel bad about your ratishness. Obviously that is a horrific set of circumstances and you did what you had to do to get the medicine for leukemia, but still, ratting your fellow man to Fedra. Oh, it's a great area, Henry.
You might not be her father, but you were someone's. See, I could tell.
I guess Joe would have done anything for his kid as well, even if it meant, you know, ratting to get leukemia treatment medicine, so don't judge a book until you're in that situation and shit, but obviously being a snitch, especially for that evil militant corporation, is fucking low behaviour. Surely there must have been some other way to get it without selling your soul.
We're not doing so good. Who told you I was here?
For someone so soft-spoken, she's got an incredibly threatening presence knowing what she's capable of. She could soft-spokenly have your death ordered.
We would be safe. He did that for me. He did stuff like that all the time.
Shit, well, I understand post-Game of Thrones, you know, every character has to be written greyly, and I do prefer that style of writing. There is good in everyone, there is good and bad people on both sides of any war ever fought. That being said, this woman has done some absolutely heinous things which can only be described as ruthless war crimes. I don't want to hear her sad backstory, which in her mind justifies this level of fucked upness. She is slaughtering innocent people. Nothing justifies that.
Your brother was a great man, but he didn't change anything.
This is like Mr. and Mrs. Claus, the gritty reboot.
The other side.
Well, there goes my prediction out of the absolute window, as if they had to make a safe passage through unused maintenance tunnels and no zombies popped out. I appreciate you going against the predicted grain, Last of Us, but now you're just taking the piss. How dare you subvert my expectations so unexpectedly? I can just imagine the smarmy writer just now. Oh, they think they're gonna be zombies in these tunnels. No, completely safe. Oh, fuck you, writer.
Go! Where the fuck is that coming from?
Shut up.
That looked like fire from inside one of these abandoned houses.
What are you doing? Get the fuck out of here! Oh shit!
I'm assuming this is the militant group. They do have people everywhere. I don't know of any other sort of organisation or gang operating in this area. Luckily, this person has the advantageous ground, but they can't shoot for shit.
Try to get in the house through the back, and then I'll take him out.
But then how well do you expect a 20-year-old sniper scope to work? Probably had to repair the front glass with a monocle. Confirmed they're fighting an actual fucking stormtrooper. Unless he's actually just doing target practice with car roofs, in which case he's doing a stellar job and deserves a medal. Is this going to be like Full Metal Jacket and we discover the sniper's a female or something? Oh no, even worse. It's the real Santa Claus, back for revenge against young Santa Claus. He hasn't eaten in months and he's ready to pop some heads off. He gave the guy absolutely every chance in the world to surrender peacefully there. And on the plus side, sniper rifle acquired. Oh shit, he was working for those guys. Nah, they better move right now.
Run!
Fuck. I thought that old guy was just some random dude holed out in a building. I was about to give him respect for making his stance. These people have informants everywhere. The money they must have used just to get this shot is incredible. So good to see real cars and shit getting used in things like this. Well, you won't be doing any swinging on your patio bench anytime soon, people who occupy that house. Santa's brought the elves.
You want to step on out? Save us some time?
I mean, it's not going to take her very long. They are hiding behind the nearest car to them.
I'll come out. Just let the kids go.
How are they going to get out of this?
The girl is with the man who killed Brian and Sam.
Oh, Joel, just put a bullet in this bitch's head.
You think the whole world revolves around him? That he's worth everything?
I never thought I'd be seeing both sides of this situation, but considering he is a direct rat to Fedra, I kinda legit see both sides of this. The one thing that I will not move my stance on is Sam and Ellie do not deserve to be killed. Oh no, that is the fucking ground caving in. This is about to get interrupted by a giant zombie horde, I think. Which A is good for Henry, but B bad for everybody there. I don't know if they specify, but I'm curious as to how long one of these things can live without feeding, because they said they put these things underground a long time ago. They've just been in a state of stasis with no food or anything, just waiting for their moment to come out of the ground. How long can they be kept in that stasis without feeding and survive? Well, that guy is fucking dead. Oh no. Oh my god, this is like a super one. I don't know what human being turned into that, but that dude was a fucking tank. Ho ho ho! Christmas is cancelled, folks. Some of the actors playing the zombies do amazing little head twitches and shit that really makes them look like their minds have been infected by a fungus. This is absolute chaos. There's no way Ellie and Joel and Sam and Henry are going to be able to kill all these things. They need to regroup and just get the hell out of there. Considering all she's got's that little knife, she's being quite brave. What she needs is a new magazine for her pistol, or a bigger gun. Give her an upgrade, she earned it. It's like a video game, she's now unlocked the SMGs. Wow! I thought that woman was going to be some kind of big antagonist throughout this show. No, mauled to death by a child zombie. It's not the way I would have expected her to go. That giant zombie looks difficult to deal with. It basically took a full assault rifle magazine to the head and it didn't even budge him. This is clearly something they've incorporated from the games as well. It's quite common in modern zombie games to give different classes of zombies, so it's a bit more varied. So you'll get ones that like scream and attract a horde, and you get big bulldozer class ones like the one we just saw. Just adds a bit of variation. They're like the special zombie that pops up every now and again as like a kind of boss.
That comic book say, endure and survive?
I mean, that shit's redundant.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's basically what you have to do every day. This is going to be the best sleep Henry and Sam have had in so long, because that group was hunting him relentlessly, and now basically most of the top people in it died instantaneously in that one zombie attack. Good question. Of all the emotions she's displayed thus far, she does not seem scared.
I'm scared. All the time.
Honestly, I would not have expected that answer. She seems relatively chilled considering all the circumstances going on around her. Most of the time, she seems like she's actually enjoying the apocalypse. Of all the characters, she definitely enjoys it the most. Yeah, see, that makes sense. She's not like scared of the zombies or the threats, she's just scared of lack of companionship, which is understandable. Most people would go insane without that. Except Bill before Frank showed up. He was absolutely thriving as a one-man army.
Is it still you inside?
Oh no! That is shitty. How are they gonna kill off this kid that quickly? Please tell me Sam is also immune. Oh. Does she think she'll be able to save him somehow? Just by putting her blood in his? Is it gonna be this simple? I fucking hope it works. This show has been quite cruel so far in letting us meet new characters and then just killing them. Don't do it to Sam. Where are we going to get our Superman drawings then? Please let him survive. These two make such good little friends.
Hey.
I wouldn't be waking up with no hey. I'd be like, show me your fucking leg. Oh my god.
What did I do? What did I do?
This is fucking horrible. Last of Us, you are killing me over here. Are you fucking kidding me? That's twice this show has done this in 5 episodes. Introduced us to 2 new characters, let us stay with them a bit, feel their plights, get involved in their stories, hope for a happy outcome, and then murdered them both. What the fuck? Of course you're gonna lay the little writing sketch pad down on his fucking grave. Fuck you, Last of Us. That's the one upside of this episode, the acquisition of the sniper rifle. The one positive. Joel has a better gun. Okay, and that was episode 5 of season 1 of The Last of Us, Endure and Survive, and I will be back in just a minute with my thoughts on that. So, Endure and Survive, what did I think of that? Another great but another incredibly brutal episode. We started with a little bit of backstory being given to Henry and Sam. We followed them having to hide out for those 10 days. Sam drawing the pictures, the cans of food slowly starting to whittle away until they were down to their last one and were forced to move. That led to Henry stumbling across Joel and Ellie in the middle of that shootout with the militia who were after Henry, and then followed Joel and Ellie to where they were camping for the night, got past the glass and held them up at gunpoint. Quickly diffused, obviously. When we watched it, I knew that's how it was going to go. There was no way they were going to fight one another, but they diffused it, started working together as a team to bypass the highways. They had to use the old maintenance service tunnels, where I 100% thought they were going to be attacked by zombies, but were not. Made it out completely cool. Got into a little shootout with that sniper, who was just seemingly some old guy defending himself at first, but then Joel spotted a radio which was going right back to the militia looking for Henry. Led to a tense shootout. Henry gave himself up, and probably just a few moments before he was shot dead, the zombie horde rose up from out of under the ground and just attacked everyone. Kathleen got killed, Santa got killed, almost all the militia got killed. Joel, Ellie, Henry and Sam all made it out of there cool and found another place to hunker down for the night, but Sam reveals to Ellie that he has been bitten. So heartbreaking as well, she tried her best to save him and literally put her blood on his leg in the hopes that it changed something, but in the morning he attacked her anyway, which led to Henry having to shoot his own little brother dead. So ruthless. And then when you think it can't get any worse, he turns the gun on himself. What an absolute 1-2 punch to the gut. I'm consistently impressed as to just how brutal the writers of this show are prepared to take this shit. In summary, at least Joel and Ellie managed to get out of that situation. Joel got an upgrade in the form of a sniper rifle, and they are once again back on their journey. But once again, 2 characters we got introduced to, spent some time with, got to like, rooted and hoped for the best for them, were killed off within the space of about 30 minutes of meeting them, and all 30 of those minutes made us give a shit about them just before they were yanked out of our existence with 2 brutal gunshots to end the episode. Jesus Christ. Now I know what sort of tone this show is going for. I will expect nothing but the worst going forward. I didn't realise this was going to be on some Game of Thrones level of character killing off brutality, but now I know that's where they are with it. Cool, I'm ready now. I wasn't ready before, but I'm ready now. But yeah, really enjoyed that episode. Can't wait to see what happens next week. As always, if you've liked this video, click like, subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this, ring the bell to be notified as to when when they drop. If there's anything you want to talk about, comment down below and share this around to anyone you think might appreciate it or want to watch these reactions along with us. My Patreon link is down in the description. If you become a patron, you get access to my blog, you get access to these reactions I put on YouTube a month and a half in advance, and you also get access to full-length versions of everything I react to. So consider becoming a patron, it helps me and my channel out so much, and until next time, I have been BA, peace.